handicapped athletes who were supposed to participate in Paralympic Games in Rio.
Yes.
What do you think about it? Why have you joined this protest?
It's
Not a protest. It's actually a peaceful action. It's maybe wrong.
not from their side though. It might as well be NATO that ordered this, and I think that Craven has succumbed to political pressure. I don't think because he even actually spoke well of the Paralympic Games in Sochi. That and then he decides later that he's told, I suppose, that oh no, they were doing terrible things. Yet there's no evidence of any of this. It's if this was like a criminal case, especially say in the U.S., this would be and I think there still will be a lot of legal repercussions ultimately because there was no justification whatsoever for banning the athletes at the Olympic Games themselves, and especially this is ridiculous to almost literally attack handicapped people, that this is such an important thing to them. It gives them identity and it helps them to be active, important people, right? And now they're told that no, they don't matter. They're part of an evil regime or something, and it's just Cold War politics, which that should have been laid to rest long ago. And I think a lot of other countries, indeed a lot of other countries that have Paralympic teams are saying this is wrong. This is, it's. And the funniest thing, I see the CBC talking about winning 22 medals and saying this is the most they've done since what do they call it when like 1980 and whatnot, when there's a boycott. The only time they've done better is when there's a boycott, but there's effectively a boycott this time, so it's all.
Do you think this things such as presumption of innocence,
of
like
course,
right to defend yourself in the court if you accused in something,
yeah, and they're
still Canadian values, or they've been seriously damaged by this decision?
Yeah, I think it's something that's going to have to be corrected and put. It may take a little time, but I think this will be put behind, like recognized as a big mistake and a shameful action.
Do you think these people will, because we had a very similar case with Russian Rio athletes, not Paralympic athletes, and they were allowed to participate in, but the accusation was literally the same. Do you think those people were attacked because they're weak and they cannot really defend themselves, or is there any other reasons why two very similar cases were considered differently? Like Rio athletes were allowed to participate in Olympic Games, but those people who are handicapped, who cannot really defend themselves, were not allowed. So do you think this is kind of a rule of force, like rule of that's they were attacked because they are not cannot defend themselves, or any
I don't think so, because I think legally they actually have more defense, because this is like a any notion of human rights, this is in violation of, to restrict someone from an activity without any cause, just because of who they are or who they're said to be. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for
Thank you
for this interview.
Yeah.